Today we will discuss regarding surface roughness measuring instruments. There are two methods of measurement of surface finish or surface texture. First method is inspection by comparison, that is also called qualitative analysis. And second method is direct instrument measurement. It is also called quantitative analysis. So the first method is inspection by comparison, that is qualitative analysis includes visual inspection, touch inspection, scratch inspection, microscopic inspection, surface photographs, micro interferometer, Wallace surface dynamometer, and reflected light intensity. So these are the methods or the types of qualitative analysis. Now, the second method of measurement of surface finish is direct instrument measurement, that is also called quantitative analysis. These are the methods of quantitative analysis. These methods enable to determine the numerical value of the surface finish of any surface by using instruments of stylus probe type operating on electrical principles. In these instruments, the output has to be amplified, and the amplified output is used to operate indicating instrument. So this is a stylus probe instrument. So you can see in a diagram there is a stylus, then the skid and pickup, and at the bottom you can see the surface of a workpiece. The principle that is used for this instrument is if a finely pointed probe or stylus be moved over the surface of a workpiece, a vertical movement of the probe or stylus caused due to irregularities can be used to assess the surface finish of the workpiece. So due to irregularities in a work surface, the stylus that can be moved in a upward or downward direction, and that movement it is used to access the surface finish of the workpiece. So that principle that is used in a stylus probe type instruments. So this is a stylus probe instruments. So it consists of the following units. So first is skid or shoe. So you can see in another diagram. So this is a skid or shoe. Then finely pointed stylus or probe. You can see the stylus. Then an amplifying device for magnifying the stylus movement or an indicator. Next is recording device to produce a trace and a means for analyzing the trace. So these are the various elements of stylus type instruments. So it is a contact type instruments. So these methods enable to determine a numerical value of the surface finish of any surface. Skid or shoe which is drawn slowly or moved slowly over the surface either by hand or by motor drive. The skid when moved over the surface follows its general counters and provides a datum for the measurement. A stylus or probe which moves over the surface with the skid. The stylus should be cone shaped with a spherical tip. This records the microgeometrical form of the surface. It moves vertically up and down relative to skid movement due to roughness of the surface, because there are the irregularities of the work surface. As the stylus tracks the surface peaks and valleys, its vertical motion is converted to a time varying electrical signal that represent surface profile. Generally, it is desired that if the skid is moving up, then the stylus must also be moving up. Now we will see the various instruments that are used for measuring the surface roughness. So in that, first instrument is Tomlinson's surface meter. So you can see the diagram of Tomlinson's surface meter. So there are two views that are shown, figure 1 and figure 2. Figure 1 is front view and figure 2, that is at the bottom, it is a top view. So you can see the various elements of that instruments. At the bottom you can see there is a work surface whose surface finish is to be measured. Then there is a skid. Then over the skid there is a diamond probe. Then there is a fixed rollers. Then lap steel cylinder. So in between the vertical probe and the fixed rollers, there is a lap steel cylinder which can rotate due to movement of the probe in a vertical upward or downward direction. Then the arm, it is attached to the lap steel cylinder. Then there is a body, then the lip spring, then there is a spring that is attached to the body and the vertical probe. Also you can see in a front view, in a top view, there is a stylus, then fixed rollers. In between fixed rollers and stylus there is a lap steel cylinder, and that diamond diamond arm or the diamond, it is attached to the lap steel cylinder. So it consists of a diamond probe that is called a stylus, held by spring pressure against lap steel cylinder. Probe is attached to the body of the instrument by a lip spring. So you can see the probe, it is attached to the body with the help of lip spring. So you can see in a front view diagram. The lap cylinder is supported on one side by a probe and on the other side by a fixed rollers. So you can see this in a figure number 1. A light spring steel arm is attached to the lap steel cylinder. Arm carries a diamond scriber at its tip, which rests against a smoked glass. For measuring surface finish, the body of the instrument is moved across the surface. The vertical movement of the probe caused by surface irregularities makes the horizontal lapped cylinder to roll. So there is a rolling of the cylinder due to upward motion of the probe, because that lap steel cylinder, it is placed in between fixed rollers and the stylus, vertical stylus. So due to movement of the upward and downward movement of the stylus, there is a movement of lap cylinder. So this causes the movement of the arm attached to the cylinder. So you can see the arm that is attached to the cylinder. It moves vertically up and down due to surface roughness and records the micro geometrical form of the surface. The stylus movement are magnified by an amplifying device and produces a trace on a smoke glass plate. So you can see at the right hand side there is a smoke glass plate on which the stress that can be obtained with the help of arm. The trace is then analyzed by some automatic device incorporated in the instrument. So this is a construction and working of the Tomlinson surface meter. So you can see the construction again. The diamond stylus on a surface finish recorder is held by spring pressure against the surface of a lap steel cylinder. The stylus is also attached to the body of the instrument by a lip spring, and its height is adjustable to enable the diamond to be positioned conveniently. The steel lap cylinder is supported on one side by a stylus and on other side by two fixed rollers as shown in figure 2. You can see. So steel cylinder, it is placed in between two fixed rollers and the vertical diamond probe. The stylus is restrained from all motions except the vertical one by the tensions in coil and lip spring. The tensile forces in these two springs also keep the lap steel cylinder in position between the stylus and a pair of fixed rollers. A light spring steel arm is attached to the horizontal lap steel cylinder, and it carries at its tip a diamond scriber which bears against a smoked glass. So light spring steel arm, you can see in a diagram in a figure number 1, there is an arm that is attached to the lapped steel cylinder, and at the end it carries a tip of diamond scriber which traces against a smoked glass. Now the working. Any vertical movement of the stylus caused by the surface irregularities causes the horizontal lap steel cylinder to roll. So there is a rolling of steel cylinder due to vertical movement of the stylus. By its rolling, the light arm attached to its end provides a magnified movement on a smoke glass plate. The smoke glass trace is then further projected at multiplied by 50 or multiplied by 100 magnification for examination. This instrument is comparatively cheap and gives reliable results. Now the second instrument that is used to measure the surface finish is the Taylor-Hobson Telesurf. It is a contact type instrument. So you can see the diagram. In a top diagram, you can see the E-shape stamping. Then there is a armature which carries the stylus, and there is a measuring head, and at the bottom of the measuring head the skid that is placed, and there is a stylus that is placed at the bottom of the armature which can be moved over the work surface. So this instrument also gives the same information as the previous instrument but much more rapidly and accurately. And at the bottom you can see there is a bridge circuit and electronics that is used to obtain the results. The Taylor-Hobson Telesurf works on the same principle as that of the Tomlinson surface meter, but surface meter is purely a mechanical instrument. The Telesurf is an electronic instrument. So this instrument, it is an electronic type. This factor makes the Telesurf a more versatile instrument and can be used in any condition. In this instrument, the stylus is attached to an armature. So you can see the stylus, it is attached to the armature which pivots about the center of piece of E-shaped stamping. So stylus, it is attached to the armature, and that armature, it is pivoted at the center of the E-shaped stamping. The outer legs of the E-shaped stampings are wound with electrical coils. So you can see the electrical coils AB and AC that is wound to the outer legs. a predetermined value of alternating current is supplied to the coils. The coils form parts of a bridge circuit. So bridge circuit, it is attached to the coils. A skid or shoe provides the datum to plot surface roughness. The measuring head can be traversed in a linear path by an electric motor. The motor, which may be of a variable speed type or provided with a gearbox, provides required speed for the movement of the measuring head. So at the top you can see the measuring head, and at the bottom of the measuring head there is a stylus which can be moved over the surface. As the stylus moves up and down due to surface irregularities, the armature is also displaced. So when there is a upward and downward movement of the stylus, the armature also displaces. So there is a movement of the armature. So this causes variation in a air gap, leading to an imbalance in a bridge circuit. The resulting bridge circuit output consists of only modulation. So this is fed to an amplifier, and a pen recorder is used to make a permanent record. The instrument has the capability to calculate and display the roughness value according to standard formula. So this is a construction and working of the Taylor-Hobson telesurf. So the construction, again we will see. The measuring head of this instrument consists of diamond stylus of about 0.002 mm tip radius and skid or shoe which is drawn or moved across the surface by means of a motorized driving unit. The arm carrying stylus forms an armature which pivots about the center piece of E-shaped stamping. On two legs of, that is, outer pole pieces, the E-shaped stamping, there are coils carrying an AC current. These two coils with other two resistance form an oscillator. Now the working, as the armature is pivoted about the central leg, any movement of the stylus causes the air gap to vary, and thus the amplitude of the original AC current flowing into the coils is modulated. This is further demodulated so that the current now is directly proportional to the vertical displacement of the stylus only. The demodulated output is caused to operate a pen recorder to produce a permanent record, and meter gives numerical assessment directly. So this is regarding the surface roughness measuring instruments. Thank you.